Now, the last thing I want to get to is brand launch revenue. Every single day, I get DMs from folks of saying, I'm trying to launch a brand. I can't make the Facebook ads work. First off, I'm not surprised at all. Using Facebook ads to amplify a business that does not yet have a positive cash flow or any cash flow is an extraordinarily expensive way of crushing your dreams. And I mean that. The point here is, why are you not, all those growth hacking things that we talked about, those are sales opportunities. Why are you not running lives where you can tell somebody, hey, comment below, and then use a ManyChat growth a growth tool of a comment to opt in to start growing a chatbot audience where you can get emails and CRM information like SMS off of everybody that showed even a mild level of engagement. If they say that email is probably the most profitable way of reaching people, which it is, you can't scale email with email alone, but you could be getting 10 new email addresses a day or 100 for roughly the same cost as selling one product. Especially if you don't have ads figured out. The amount of money and time it would take you to ultimately lose money selling a product with a Facebook ad because you don't have the rest of the stuff figured out yet. That time and energy could have been spent gathering hundreds of email addresses. Let me ask you this. Are you currently running basically long form video content from a social media page where you can retarget the video viewers? Or more importantly, tell them to comment below for an exclusive offer, and then in the chat flow, give them something that's going to make them buy today and give you their CRM database. Even if they don't, they give you all their CRM information for your database that helps you monetize them tomorrow and next year. We would do this stuff at 310 Nutrition and Cashmere Collections. I've done this stuff at brands for many, many years. And what we would do is effectively have like maybe once a month even. Maybe you're in a drop model business. Stop running ads for the drop. Do your own little like 5 to 10 minute QVC. Do your own video. And tell people, hey, comment below for an exclusive thing or to get this offer or whatever it is. This is only available to people to comment below. The page isn't even indexable. If you want to get it, you have to get an exclusive link from us. Comment below to get it. Great. Now just run a video view campaign on it. You know how cheap it is to run a video view campaign? A lot easier than it is to try to be successful when you don't have the budget to get a one Facebook ad campaign out of the learning phase. When you're working about brand launch, you have to use all of the tools. Understand that paid media is the amplification of a good business model that has cash flow. Do not spend money on ads if you can't afford to lose that money. My point here is you could be following the competitors, following the followers of your competitors. You could be stealing their content ideas. You could be deep in the DMs, and you can automate almost all of this stuff. You could be doing a 10-minute QVC type video once a week, building CRM databases and amplifying it for like $5-10 a day. You could be generating cash flow and getting customers to your site, and then maybe just launching a DPA ad. And that DPA ad now gets you even more cash flow to monetize that attention even better. Maybe you launch Google Shopping. Maybe you start to figure out what products people like and which products they don't like. And because you're using your organic social to market research stuff, you start to understand what type of content people really appreciate to sell those products. And then once you have developed the cash flow through all of this other stuff of organic growth hacking, and you're getting your brand launch revenue in line for basically pennies on the dollar, then you can start to invest that profit into paid ads to sell the products that the people have already told you they want, using the ads that you've already proven work based off of the content that has already garnered you a ton of attention. And you can prop that up with your search, with your shopping and your DPA and your email that you've developed while doing all of this market research. I've taken brands from 0 to 7 figures on the back of doing something like this in like a year or two. It's not that difficult when it comes to the work. It's simple work. The question is, are you willing to prioritize that over dropping your credit card in and praying? That's a choice that's up to you. Now, if you want to know more about that stuff, please comment below, DM me. I've been doing this stuff for years. None of this is new. Almost all the tools to do this stuff are extremely cheap, if not free. Like if you're not automating DMs inside of Twitter, if you're not following people, which takes you 5-10 minutes on your device, if you're not having comment to opt-in growth chatbot things on side of your things, which I mean, ManyChat is effectively $0 to get started on kind of stuff. If you're not using tools like Publer to blast out good content across every single channel, to use market research to understand what type of content and what type of concepts, and ultimately what words and videos and images work well for your ads, then you're working way too hard. And you're not getting nearly the results that you deserve. And if you want to know more about how to do this stuff, sign up for the newsletter at newsletter.facebookdisruptor.com. If you want to know more about how I've been teaching this stuff with business development and strategies that work in an omni-channel fashion where you get lifetime support, not only from me every single week, but from a giant community that you have access to forever, with a curriculum that is added to every single week, where it's not some pre-recorded nonsense from somebody who's going to make you a master of everything in 2 months and then never answer a question, a DM, and then kick you out. If you want to make an investment because you don't have this stuff down in the growth of your business and your skill set and your confidence and your cash flow and your happiness and your success for the rest of your time in business, hey, check out the Facebook Ads MBA program at mba.facebookdisruptor.com. I'd love to talk with you about it. Yeah, it's an investment. How much longer do you want to not be good enough? And do you really think that the other folks that run ad agencies, where you've already learned the ad agencies kind of don't have your best interest at heart and kind of don't know what they're doing? Why would you trust somebody that runs an ad agency you already know not to trust? Why would you pay them for a few weeks access to pre-recorded material where they're not going to hop on and help you, where there's no community, and where that's effectively an effort to supplement their inability to make the agency work by taking advantage of you one-on-one? If they were really that good, hire them as your agency. And you never need to watch one of these videos again, because apparently you found the people that are good at everything all the time. The complete illegitimacy of that model is why I got into this stuff, into teaching. I've run agencies. I've built agencies. I've trained agencies. I've built 7, 8, 9-figure brands. I've scaled 6 to 8 and 7 to 9 for other people around the world forever. And believe me, I've got my own interests at heart too. But I enjoy doing this stuff. And when you say, well, why don't you have your own brands? Well, I am actually partnering in a few brands. But I also know what I'm really, really good at. And I know what I never want to do again. You can leverage that, along with everybody else around the world that has also decided to leverage that, with lifetime access, if you want to take that route. It's not to be a commercial for that. That's not why I'm here. I'm just telling you that there's a world full of information that I'm not seeing 95% of people talk about. And the last golden rule I'll leave you with is, the people that talk on stage all the time, the people that are really popular, the people that give advice all willy-nilly all the time, 99% of them are terrible at doing the work. And what they're telling you is, prepped decks from the previous months or years of the work of their team. And their team is no better than you, because the majority of them also went to YouTube and Twitter D2C University. You deserve better. You can do better. And if you're here 32 minutes in, you know it. With that being said, YouTube thinks you might like a couple of these videos. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you on the internet.